What you doing?
Research, because we're going to make our shopping list.
Joy.
We need a lot of shit.
Oh, great.
Yep.
All right. So, what are we looking at here?
So, just off the front, we have the rulers, we have sticky notes. We do not have panel cement.
Panel cement?
I don't even know what panel cement is. We don't have a fine-tooth saw. We don't have sandpaper, and we're out of wax paper. So, we're going to be making a trip to Lowe's and possibly the grocery store.
Where are we going to get the grocery store?
Wax paper.
Oh, wax paper. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vex Hex Minis. I'm your host, Haley.
And I'm Audra.
And you are joining us for day 3 of our big-ass build, wherein we are actually starting the prescribed best practice building. So, that's exciting.
Yeah. So, if you weren't here for the last episode, we unboxed everything and took our guesses as to what parts are what. And now we're actually going to do step 1 of the best practices, which is grab some painter's tape and label all of these parts. So when we're ready to start assembling, when it tells you, grab the front porch piece and grab the side gable, we know what on earth they're talking about.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. The instruction pamphlet has a designated name for everything. So everything has a prescribed name. So mid-floor, random floor. It actually gave us an overview of the build. And the very first thing it says is identify and label all the parts. Pre-assemble the foundation, roof, and stairs. With no stairs here, obviously. Paint everything one coat. Finish the floors and sand until smooth. We want to start that, but we don't have all the materials.
We don't even have the painter's tape. So we are going to go to Lowe's and pick up not only some of the parts for step 1, but also some of the parts we know we're going to need anyway for the other steps. Like stain, for example, we are going to stain our roof tiles a different color. So we know we have to pick that up. We know we're going to plan on painting, so we might pick up some paint if they have the types we need. Sandpaper and a file tool, because it says in the instructions that the corners, the way they come out of the mill, aren't perfectly square. So you have to file those down a little bit yourself to make sure your windows and your doors are going to fit right.
Which you wouldn't have known if you didn't read these instructions. You wouldn't have known that.
Read these first.
I'm ranting.
Always.
I'm a technical writer and I'm ranting at people who don't read the fucking instructions. Oh, anyway, so read your instructions.
They're there for a reason. You're coming with us, guys. Let's go shopping.
Going shopping.
Get in the car.
12 seconds later.
I don't know if they have violet. They don't have violet. We're gonna have to special order this. They don't have this really sweet violet color that we want on our siding, but they do have a tint base. So we think we can get this custom made.
What'd you find?
I found a corner tool that might help us when we're gluing and wallpapering.
Oh shit. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And sandpaper. Do you remember the grit?
320?
320? Oh, that's kind of neat.
Let's grab 2 of those. That's what I use on here.
Yes.
We debated getting this Gorilla Tape, but we're actually concerned it would leave a residue.
I think it's too strong is the problem.
So now we need a file and we need interior semi-gloss latex paint, which I'm pretty sure is just the base of any paint.
Found it.
Perfect. Okay, the last thing on our list is a double edge coarse file, which sounds like super sketch.
Walking away, we realized that we walked by one that specifically says it's latex. Okay. This one does not. Okay. So we're gonna go for this one.
It says for wood, so I'm kind of like...
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't say anything about the gloss, but I'd rather have the type they wanted more than the gloss because we're gonna sand it off.
Yeah, these not files?
Those look like files. Now, which one's a double edge?
I found this one.
Huh. Yeah, that might work. This pointy one here.
It's $4.
Let's get that.
We just need wax paper. That's it. So I'm gonna see if it's by the grills.
We're calling it. There's no wax paper at the Lowe's. Sad but true. I found everything else though, so we'll just get the wax paper on my way back from class tomorrow. Look at all the stuff we bought.
12 o'clock midnight.
All right, bitches, it's unboxing time. So first off, we did decide to go with the solid color wood finish we found. So Like we said in the store, not penetrating.
Not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate.
But that review was also written several years ago, so we're hoping...
11.
11. That review was written 11 years ago, so we're hoping stain wood technology has advanced since then.
We will test on one, see if it works.
Test shingle, it'll be fine, guys. We know what we're doing. We're experts.
No, we don't.
They don't know it unless we say it. Like in our intro video.
Yeah.
So we got it in true black for the ceiling, for the roof, the outdoor ceiling. And then for our DIY siding, we got these really great blend of navy and then a custom tone violet. That's just gonna look really, really nice. As they were mixing it, we heard them like muttering that it was a really good color. So I'm very excited. Then we've got our sanding blocks here because it said we're gonna need several sheets of sandpaper, so we might as well throw something a little more ergonomic. In 320 fine grit. After much debate on what sticky yellow tape is, we decided to go with, this is all in foreign, contractor grade masking tape. It's yellow, it's sticky, and it's not plain
Hopefully it's
masking
really
tape.
tactile. Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping for some good stick. And then the blue painter's tape is what we're going to be using to label our parts instead. It was a bit of a struggle, but we also found the 3-inch rollers. 4 seems to be the most common size. Our latex primer.
What is it called? Without looking.
Latex interior semi-gloss paint, except it doesn't say what gloss it is, but it's the only one we found that's latex. So
And interior.
And interior. Latex and interior. So this is what we're using! These are our files. There's one specific one in here that's kind of triangular shaped that we think will file down the corner the way we need it to file.
And it was $4 otherwise,
Yeah.
so...
The rest of them were just there because this was the cheapest we could find. So we found this caulking tool, which we don't know if we're actually going to need or not, but we think between like the little rubber edge and the pointy edge here, that if we follow procedure and we wallpaper after assembling, this will help get those corners. So staining pads, we are going to use these either to dip into the stain and wipe on, or as a rag when we wipe off, because after you apply the stain and you let it sit for a hot second, you wipe off the excess. So depending on how our testers go, we think it'll work better than dunking it in order to prevent warping. So we got these little baby clamps here. We got 2 of them. We're hoping that when we start gluing the walls together, we can use the pressure of the clamp to hold our corners and make sure it adheres nice and straight as we do it. We also got some tack cloth. It says it's anti-static, which especially if we are going to cut wood with the Cricut will probably just help get all those particles off before we stain it. And some skin! Yay! So that is our Lowe's haul. Hope that was informative. All of this came to right around $100, which you're probably like, all that and you still don't have all your supplies for the dollhouse, but we are still, with both dollhouses paid for, not even halfway the cost of one right now.
Oh God. Yeah, no.
So we're doing real good.
Later.
So last we left off, we showed you everything that we got from Lowe's. That was like really late at night, so we all went to bed because we have work and school in the mornings. But this morning, what I want to do is I want to get a head start on labeling each of the pieces. I don't think it's going to be particularly interesting, so let's just snap right through it.
Okay, I labeled all of the pieces, even the tiny little things in the boxes. So this should be, I'm not going to say easy because I'm going to jinx myself, but at least we'll know what parts we're reaching for.
Eventually.
Hey y'all, this is Editing Haley. As I am making my way through this video, I realized that we didn't actually create any sort of formal closeout or closing to this video, so consider this it. Next week, we will be sanding and priming the Vermont farmhouse, so please come back and join us for all those shenanigans. And in the meantime, if you like long-term craft projects or you just like seeing us fuck up, please subscribe and join our budding little craft channel. But until then, vex this mess, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Then we need this like special sticky yellow tape. That's what he calls it. sticky yellow tape.
Oh no.
Hello. Hi. I broke it down into steps. And Scully, you motherfucker.
We're filming.
There you go.
Thanks.
So
Cats.
what their function is going to be.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. So we need to find sandpaper. You can tell we script a lot for this. Border paste? I don't even know what the hell that
I
is.
don't know what border paste is.
Ooh, he says if we fuck up to just use heat to soften the glue. I've been looking for a reason to buy a heat gun for like ever, so